We've now done about 10 or 20 pages, so we've only got about 1,300 pages to go.
We're doing okay, boys.
I'm just saying, thank you for joining us in hour 2 of our multi-day marathon podcast. Covering
we're fundraising for kids with some kind of disease, right?
I love me.
Hey there, this is the F Plus Podcast, Terrible Things, Red Enthusiasm. My name's Lemon.
I'm Boots Raingear.
And what we have for you is something that is odd. As a departure from what we've done previously.
Yeah.
Tonight's episode is the Dozerfleet Productions wiki. Dozerfleet Productions is a site that is run by a guy named Ivan Ryder, whose name is also David Stifel, whose name is also Dozerfleet founder, and he has a media conglomerate company that doesn't exist, but he owns it, and he writes about it and its history.
Yeah, his full-time job is creating a fantasy where he runs the world's largest media corporation.
Sure. It's like if Harvey Weinstein spent a little bit more time eating sandwiches and a little bit less time in meetings. This is basically what you'd get. This episode is going to hopefully make sense. We ended up recording long. I pieced everything together. I think it works pretty well. But we're trying to give you an idea of who Dozerfleet founder is and what he's capable of, and it's taken him hundreds of thousands of words to say that. So
Yeah, there are depths to this website that we have not seen anywhere else. I don't know if depths is widths. There are widths to this website. Breadths.
So Dozerfleet Wiki, it's happening, and boy, there's gonna be some words. Mm-hmm. Readers assemble! In the room tonight, we have Boots Raingear.
In October 2004, he discovered rooster teeth. This is core essential to Dozerfleet history relevance.
Aether Aquawaddle.
The Dozerfleet founder advertised the idea while using the name Q Basic Gorillas and repeatedly asked users, "Where's Colonel Flicks?"
Bunny Bread.
Blender Delight Pancakes recipe is a short video produced by Dozerfleet in 2011. It features the recipe for Dozer's Blender Delight Pancakes recipe.
Oh, Jesus, it's Frank West!
The ashtray photo was taken to illustrate how smoking being tolerated on campus was leading to an ugly, smelly campus.
And Lemon. She even bragged how she, quote, didn't need the likes of him once she started her job at Polo Ralph Lauren. When he told her she filled a void in his life, she replied, "Fill it yourself!" So let me start off talking to you about Dozerfleet Productions, because sometimes what's more important than the man is his work.
Yeah.
So Dozerfleet Productions. Dozerfleet Productions is an independent think tank and warehouse. Think tank and warehouse. Founded in October 12th of 1994.
It's a computer desk in a garage.
On May 10th of 2006. It has several outlets for entertainment purposes, including a DeviantArt outlet.
Oh.
Wow!
Which, many media conglomerates tend to have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, Disney started out on DeviantArt, didn't he?
Yeah.
Showcases of Dozerfleet content are on Am I Right as well, which means that he posts his own songs to a song parody site.
Oh.
Dozerfleet Productions also has a Dozerfleet wiki, which you're on right now. The Dozerfleet blog and a few other major divisions. Okay, a history. The very beginnings of Dozerfleet Production were in November of 1993. By 1988, the would-be founder, as it was destined, had decided after studying several movies and TV shows that it would be his dream to enter the entertainment business. The initial idea through drawings of sketches, which later gave way to a combination of these with short stories and later scripts and novellas. The first collection would be started on October 12th of 1994. A year later, in August of 1996, whoops.
Yeah, that's...
Well, it's
Yes.
One is the same as two, right?
Yes.
For sufficiently large margins of error, yeah.
The first real name was given for the collection, Flamingo Entertainment. This would change to Cormorant Entertainment in August of 1997 and would again change to Dozerfleet in May of 2006.
Okay.
Because it was the name keeping you held back, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
really that.
went from
Yeah.
crazy to lifeless to just fucking nuts. That's good.
Let me tell you about Dozerfleet. The name Dozerfleet was inspired by the fact that the nickname given to the founder of Dozerfleet... Ooh, okay, let me try that one more time. Okay, one breath. Gonna do it. The name of Dozerfleet was inspired by the fact that the nickname given to the founder of Dozerfleet while rollerblading at the Edrews skating rink in Holt, Michigan in the winters of 1998 and 1998 was the bulldozer due to the fact that anyone who collided with him was usually plowed down in the attempt.
So you fell down a lot. You want to really draw attention to this.
He wasn't on rollerblades. He just walked around into people.
When he called me a bulldozer, I was like, fuck you, I'm 100 bulldozers! The first to use this nickname for the founder was Kenny McKellar, who attended the same high school as the founder of Dozerfleet. November 2007, after several failed attempts at getting a dedicated HTML host, and those are difficult, the Dozerfleet forum was added as a place for public discussion about Dozerfleet content, past, present, and future.
Future. I want to talk about the future.
No!
of Dozerfleet.
Past and present are equally as funny as future!
Oh.
Because none of this shit exists! This is very important!
Oh.
So people need to comment about entertainment productions that do not exist. Okay, in January of 2011, the forum was replaced with a blog. The blog was phased out. In October 1st of 2011, all posts were archived. Future blog-worthy posts to be saved on the hard drive and copied to social media outlets. Don't worry, we'll get to the blog. We'll get to the blog. The blog was later revived on Tumblr, and then an official site with little on it went up in 2011 at webpages.com domain, hosted by AwardSpace.
Hey, you know, I really like listening to you talk about this shit, but I sure would like to see your vast collection of logos.
Okay, so I just want to paint a picture with words. Okay, so my
Please.
logo in 2006 it was the robots from Berserk.
Those are more like microwave UFOs.
I was thinking they were... Yeah, okay, there we go.
I was thinking it was the biohazard suit heads.
And then in every logo, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go color fill, and then you're gonna want to select some sort of goldy copper thing, maybe gradient, maybe not. And then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go in Photoshop to the little filter thing,
And blur.
and then just do this for a while.
Also, maybe 5 passes of blur at the end.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. You're gonna need at least, you're gonna need a gradient, you're gonna need a bevel, you're gonna need a fade,
These
you're
things
gonna
are
need a
so
drop
blurred, they're
shadow.
just black. I can't actually even see them. My
You've
monitor's
had your eyes
protected.
shut this whole time.
I mean, explain to me one successful logo that doesn't have a bevel effect on it. You can't do it.
Yeah, no, not really.
Cannot do it.
I can't think of any logo that doesn't have...
So anyway, he's produced Dozerfleet. Of course not. We're not to write
The
it.
founder of
Dozerfleet.
Dozerfleet.
Yeah, the founder of Dozerfleet. So he's produced a lot of different. There's Dozerfleet literature, Dozerfleet records, Dozerfleet comics, Dozerfleet TV. The Dozerfleet forum, of course, is its own branch.
I want to know about the science projects of Dozerfleet. Is there any?
The science projects. Oh yeah, you're talking about Dozerfleet Labs.
Yes.
Yeah, well, Dozerfleet
Science.
Labs is responsible for a lot of science. For example, Utterly Sims.
Whoa,
Right.
that sounds
which
good.
is a Sims mod site.
I see.
All right, so before we get into the fiction, which is a terrifying prospect, I'm positive we are not ready to experience yet. We need to first know about the multiverse in which the fiction exists, because of reasons. So, Bunny Bread, if you'll tell me about the Garosha multiverse.
Will I ever? Okay. Hi. I'm the founder of Dozerfleet. And
Well, no, you're one of
Dozerfleet
the
Wiki.
intrepid journalists who writes about the
Oh,
founder.
excuse me. I'm Katie Couric.
The founder of Dozerfleet is far too busy for this shit.
So, I'm Matt Taibbi. And I feel like this is something that's worth uncovering. The Garosha Multiverse is the complete collection of all things Garosha branded within Dozerfleet Comics. Most of which can be found as belonging to one of several sub-compilations within the Why did I bother reading that? Fuck it. Anyways, we got
For
Earth
it by
number
now.
systems, I guess. That makes sense.
Well, tell me about the Earth number system.
No way in hell.
No, please.
Okay.
Please.
All right. In order to keep the vast and ever-evolving nature of... Is it Girosha or Girosha? I don't want to come off sounding stupid.
I think you should just alternate.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Flip a coin.
It's the island where all the mutants have been have moved to, following Magneto.
Yes.
That was nerdy enough that I wasn't going to touch it.
Yep.
In order to keep the vast and ever-evolving nature of Geisha mythos straight, it was deemed necessary to describe major deviation moments in terms of being a separate narrative from which one was being abandoned. Those were words.
I've read more
Fucking
clear
what?
bureaucratic documents than this.
Other than the Marl Quan and Grey Champion, as well as other essential elements of mythos, Hyper-Uber Proto-Garosha. Let me say that again. Hyper-Uber Proto-Garosha bears little to no resemblance to later Garoshas. It is therefore designated with a O so as to start the regular timer within the Mesholabachamatan trilogy, first draft.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This was numbered with a 1 because it was the first universe to include Sam Rykon, a universal constant for all later versions.
Oh, sure. Well, that makes sense.
Excuse me, Mr. Tybee. Mr. Matt
Yes,
Tybee.
yes.
Why are these numbers in quotes?
Oh, because they don't exist in Universe 5000.
Because they're strings and not integers.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, that's why the Michelin trilogy first draft was dubbed Uber Proto Ultra Semi Garosha. The next one, Porno Garosha, was designated as G2.
What the fuck?
This was to indicate that it had the basic structure in place to contain stories about Stan and Shalia Flippo, who would from that point on also be universal constants.
Okay, you
I'm
know
gonna
what?
drink harder.
This science fiction.
Wait, this is fiction?
If you click on Stan, it's just some dude in a fucking. He's the most unassuming dude, and he's a universal constant.
No matter
Look
where.
at that guy. I don't even know how to describe that.
Wow. And it's a
Oh,
sim.
wait. I want to go a little bit further, please.
What?
Okay, keep going then.
Okay. All right, so something about Stan and Shalia Flip blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Who would from that point on be universal constants. However, no actual Garosha story developed. There.
All right. Well, terrific. Then I'm glad that you needed 29.
You needed the history of the thing that never happened, didn't you?
I'm glad that you needed 29,000 words to describe the multiverse for something that doesn't fucking exist. No, that doesn't exist in a doesn't exist kind of way. But that's actually not that Garosha is not his epic. His epic is called Stationary Voyagers.
Ooh.
Oh.
Stationary Voyagers. Aesir, if you'll tell me about Stationary Voyagers, please.
Do they all
Wow.
just sit on the couch?
No, actually.
It's
Yeah,
it's not that. It's
Preach that
another
knowledge,
meaning of
baby.
that.
Yeah.
The way he spells it, it's stationary with an E, which would imply like paper and
Correct.
pens. Stationary Voyagers is an satirical serial space opera television series in development by Dozerfleet Productions.
Good.
A team of diplomatic recon-oriented anthropomorphic writing utensils.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You spelled it
Been
correctly.
done before, thanks.
Yay!
Seek
We all
to prevent
watch this on Saturday
widespread.
mornings.
Oh Jesus!
That's just a rip-off of Marvel Comics.
And
Yeah.
DC Comics.
The pens seek to prevent widespread imperialism in their star system only to find themselves accidental heroes destined to battle an even bigger scheme by an ancient evil which threatens the eternal damnation of their entire universe. It was first envisioned in 2000 and has been undergoing numerous revisions since.
Jesus. Will you, Mr. Dozerfleet founder, who stars in Stationary Voyagers?
Well, yeah, let me tell you.
I just want to know. I want to know what sort of star power you bring to this production.
Like, I made a convenient list, and there's links you could follow them through, so it's all there.
Good.
Starring Pentel, Click It, PD15.
Oh, I love him.
Right Bros, Red Pen. Right
Big
Bros,
tits on
Blue
that one.
Pen, and Black Pen. American Crafts Pink Gel, that's probably female.
Yeah, she does nudity in every scene. It's awesome.
Yeah. American Crafts Purple.
Hate her. She's a bitch. I've heard she's a bitch in everything she's ever done.
Oh,
You're a
I should
racist.
add, instead of if you pause and mouse over each link, he's got names for them. So the Pentel Click It PT15 is Pextel.
Yeah,
The Right Bros Red Pen is Rodney and Titties.
They all have photos and bios.
What's the theme song? What's the name of the theme song to this show?
Oh yeah, the theme song. What's the theme song?
The opening theme is Stationary Voyager's theme song.
Ooh.
It all started in the
yeah, we
house
got it.
of a college-bound pencil.
Accident, experiment, became a robot named Pextel. Teamed
Wait,
up
no,
with friends.
shut up. Those are the old lyrics.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, those are the 2000
okay.
lyrics.
Fuck,
That
those-
shit is fucking
oh, shit.
I'm
alright.
2007.
singing for you the 2007 lyrics.
Do it right.
2007.
Do it right.
Not far away came a day our worst fears were arising.
Damn.
That's
Dip.
nice.
Low mats then, shaped like pens,
Yeah,
sought 212. It's rising.
Rising.
I gotta go script to this chorus.
Chorus.
Yeah, of course.
Stationary, stationary, stationary voyagers.
And then a
And
multiplication
of course.
problem.
All right. Give me the synopsis for Stationary Voyagers, please. I need to know what the general plot.
Oh, okay. Wow, the synopsis. I'm just gonna skip to the list of episodes because that might take a bit. Now, the Voyagers universe is a satirical alternate universe emphasizing Christian apologetics in the Louisian tradition, while it simultaneously analyzes and critiques a variety of other topics.
Oh my
As if we couldn't already read that into it. I mean, Jesus Christ. Duh.
Duh. These topics range from metaphysics to the teachings of Immanuel Kant and Gottfried Leibniz, to political theories to the American culture war, and then some.
And
I don't
then
want to
some.
get into it. It often uses substitution names for its components' real-world counterparts, such as Antia for America and Bralden for Britain, etc.
Whatever. Yeah.
Other references remain more obscure.
More obscure than that, huh? Okay.
Piecing together elements of American pop culture, biblical doctrine, and fabricating its own comic book-style mythology, the story is designed to read like a comic book and an action thriller.
Oh.
Have I sold you yet?
About diplomatic pens who discuss political theories.
Yeah.
But it's action-packed.
Just-
But and,
Yeah.
you know, and
I think they punch
occasionally,
each other
like,
a lot.
And
This is
some,
going to be the
and
next
some biblical
Matrix
lessons.
trilogy.
Yeah.
And some Bible lessons too.
Also,
you
it's
know.
satire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
What sort of ideas? Came to you to make Stationary Voyagers happen? Like why did this idea of Stationary Voyagers come about?
Well, I guess the very beginnings of what would evolve into Stationary Voyagers involved 4 primary objects found in the 3rd and 4th grade room of Holy Trinity Lutheran School on Burlingame Avenue in Wyoming, Michigan in the years of 1992-1994.
These were your only friends, weren't they?
I want to be thorough. The first of these was a simple number 2 pencil.
Yeah, that's right.
Based on the popularity of Sonic the Hedgehog at the time.
Oh, yeah, bingo.
Yeah.
Wait, based on the popularity of Sonic the Hedgehog, so this is a pretty good character. I bet
a
it would be a
pencil,
better
yeah.
character if he were a pen.
I know you're pretty exciting with your running.
Hang
but,
on. Let me. I gotta tell.
What if you leaked ink instead?
Like this, I made a short series that was devised around the exploits of a pencil that could run really fast.
What?
How has nobody thought of that before now?
What? Why did you do such a thing?
I can think of several reasons why nobody has thought of that before.
Well, keep them to yourself.
Anyway, the second object, the desk in that classroom.
Oh, okay.
All the desks resemble desert plateaus in Arizona.
All of them, perfect.
All
Yeah,
of
dead
them.
on.
Much.
Yeah. Magic's life in the desert served as basic amusement and opportunity to explore the concept of character development even in spite the lack of sophisticated plot. I got so excited I forgot some words here. The third object was a red pen used as a correction pen when students would correct each other's papers. Oh. Correcto, the red corrector pen.
Bow down! Oh, you can't. Never mind. Sorry.
He was Magic's
Snap in
sidekick.
half!
We don't fucking bend, dude. Jesus.
Not that he was
But if I
even
wave
necessary.
you around real fast, it looks like you bend.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was Magic's sidekick. Not that he was even necessary given the lack of sophisticated plots.
Why
Sophisticated.
Well, I was
That's
only
one
in
word to
fourth.
describe this plot.
I was only in the fourth grade room at the time, so give me a break, man. The fourth object.
Yeah, but
was
you
a
were
pair of
19,
scissors.
for Christ's sake. That's different.
A pair of scissors, often playing the role of a stork-like villain, along with the glue bottle.
Storks
idea-
don't look like that.
Okay, I'm gonna shatter your
Stork-like.
expectations.
Okay.
The idea gained no support back then.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
But now it's
However-
2013.
However, it formed the basic concept of a strong moral series that could be told with anthropomorphic stationery.
I guess it did do that.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out that the word stork-like links to the Wikipedia article for Vlasic pickles.
Play the role of a pickle-esque villain.
Well,
You're gonna love cutting this paper.
Oh yeah, because
Good lord. Okay, what are Frank West?
wait.
What
be-
are-
before we move on, I'd like to point out that the series was canceled after 4 seasons.
Fuck. So I'm
that
never
was a
going to
good
find
run.
out how it
That was a
is.
pretty good run, though.
Statements like that are fucking baffling.
Well, it's no wings.
That's a really
but-
confusing statement. Why?
Yeah, but-
what the fuck?
It was
What does
canceled.
that
But I have to add though, it may have been canceled, but in 2000 it got reborn.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
yeah, Stationary Voyager's Final Hope.
Final
Yeah, the
I'm
top
tired
speed
of all
of
these
button-
remakes, man. When are Hollywood
The
gonna
top
get
speed
real
of the
original
BinDAF
ideas?
3000, Mach 86, was decided from the very beginning
The amazing stationary Voyager.
because of Get Smart.
Obviously. Frank West. What are some of the characters that I can expect from stationary Voyagers? I know that it stars red pencil and mechanical pen, but what
Excuse
are
me, they have names?
You're
such
forgetting
as
pickle scissors.
Hextel
Yeah.
Rublindo, a shy and stiff captain and field general? He seeks to mission to redeem and give meaning to the fact that he has been mechanized.
Yeah, those were...
Or who can forget Rodney Antilles, a fun-loving former daredevil looking for a greater purpose for his life, as he believes his former career was a waste of his potential.
His
And-
former career was what? I mean, like, he was a pen,
No, he
right?
was a
He was a-
daredevil. He was a
he was a
daredevil.
He was a Daredevil
Daredevil
pen,
pen.
all right.
Yeah, he did that.
And-
He did that thing where he loop around someone's thumb.
Oh, crazy.
No.
Of course, backing them up is the considerable acting skills of Oshino Handelbin, a former boy band member rebelling against the music industry for passing up for his brother, and presumably against his parents for naming him.
Right, yes.
All right,
Oshino.
makes sense.
Thanks.
Oshino
Oshino Hendelbin.
Handelbin.
What else we got?
Well, we
Bet you can't go dumber than Oshino Hendelbin.
Marlak Inkripe.
Oh,
Penny Pennerstein.
Rounding out the villains is Richard Cybomech Rabando. A former
believe
parish minister who has been mechanized against his will.
I forget what
And to
character
provide-
is Viola Hunt in this again. Like, what?
That-
Could you describe
purple-
briefly Viola Hunt?
A purple upgel pen with a sassy ghetto accent.
I just like
She
to
tested
point
very
out
well
that early
among
on,
certain demographics.
early on, I accused Buddy Ben of being racist for hating that character.
Man, you're good at this. You're really good. Could we please talk about a certain eraser themes? I believe that was missed slightly.
Eraser
The-
thing?
Yeah, we're still in the
Wow,
the
that one.
main members.
That one's
yeah.
a mouthful.
Yeah.
Erasaxo Herrick.
Yeah, thank you.
Erasaxo Herrick, the last of the Eraser Man species.
I just wanted you to read his
I
name.
can't
that's
even. I can't even. I'm sorry, I failed at that.
fine. There is no way to succeed. You realize?
Holy shit. Okay. Okay. There is so much shit to cover. Okay, so he also has done other movies in the same way that he's done this movie.
Right.
He's done video games. We don't even need to cover that because you fucking know that he's done video games. Like, that's super fucking obvious. But I think it's important to learn a little bit about the man himself because he is a fascinating specimen. So he has a section on his wiki called "What's Hot This Year?"
Ooh.
And what's hot this year is whatever he's doing.
So everything's hot then.
So
God.
okay, so we know that he's a Christian and is a bit of a moralizer, but we haven't really kind of talked about that nearly enough. So Boots, if you'll tell us about the Dozerfleet production, "What Condoms Don't Protect You From," please.
Okay, good. Just good.
Is hell one of the things?
I'm just gonna need a second here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry, something. Oh, sorry, something. I just thought of something really funny there. But we're gonna get serious now.
Okay, let's do that.
Oh,
Let's
sorry,
do
that the funny thing's
Why
still
do
on
all
my
these
mind.
pages have QR codes, by the way? Has anybody scanned these?
So that you could take a picture of the web page on your phone, and then it would open up a web page on your phone.
What Condoms Don't Protect You From is a PSA campaign that was started by the Dozerfleet founder in September of 2008, originally for the fall semester TV production writing class with Clayton Rye at Ferris State University.
All right, good.
The PSA scripts were written as a reaction to all the propaganda going on around the Ferris campus that promoted promiscuous sex and rampant condom use.
Rampant condom use is independent of the promiscuous sex, by the way. Just, hey guys, put on like 3 or 4 condoms today, man. Just run around. I like to pee inside them all the day, man. This shit's awesome.
One
Better
on
than
every
wearing diapers.
finger.
Yeah. I blow them up and just bop them around the room.
The students in the class had participated in some of that very propaganda, and word of this PSA campaign made them very nervous. Tensions only eased a very tiny amount when the sequel PSA was written for broadcast writing class in the spring semester of 2009. What especially annoyed those other students was the not-so-fast message it implied to them, calling many of them out for how unjustified they were in mocking abstinence education or reducing it to straw arguments.
Straw arguments.
Yeah.
So arguments made with flexi straws.
Yeah,
or
if
crazy
you
straws.
put enough of those arguments together, you make a man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like I've read some research about abstinence education and its effectiveness, but I'm sure you'll change my mind. Content, self-control, it's priceless. Tell me about that film.
Yeah, the first of many clips in this ad shows a teenage girl curled up in shame on the floor. She looks up at the
memories.
camera and reminds the audience that paying for condoms on a regular basis costs as much as paying for cigarettes on a regular basis. The point being made is that condoms don't protect from lifestyle expenses.
So if I smoke cigarettes, I can't get her pregnant. Is that what you're saying?
No, she's just curled up in a ball crying, going, "Oh, condoms cost $10 a week."
If only there was some way of getting free condoms at this institution.
You know, that's roughly the cost of just having the baby. I'm saying,
what-
economically speaking, it makes sense.
What other scenes are there?
Yeah, another scene features another teenage girl reminding audiences of just how specific the instructions are on the right way to use one. A condom cannot protect you from your own incompetence. The
And
next
if you
scene,
wear them all day
Yeah.
on your fingers.
the next scene features a basketball player that reminds viewers that a condom is only as good as the areas it actually shields. Numerous
So if you put it-
diseases can still be transferred if any infected area comes in contact with another host.
So if you're kneeing a woman in her vagina and you're not wearing a condom on your knee,
You're okay.
Yeah. Why? I don't know why you needed to describe sex right there.
For some, and depending on the
Okay.
disease, a full-body condom would be needed in order to shield from the disease.
oh, okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or just to make a Woody Allen movie.
Yeah. Then another teenage girl comes in, complaining about how her boyfriend couldn't keep a secret. Condoms can't protect your reputation.
They can if you
That
wear
was
them
the
on your
secret.
reputation.
A minister comes on.
Reputation condoms.
Yeah. A minister comes on, reminds viewers that if they're underage, they have to betray everyone in their lives who is trying to protect them just to get what they think they want, which could lead to trusting someone else who is untrustworthy. Not only is that foolish, but it involves dishonesty. Dishonesty and the guilt associated with it, and the consequences of such dishonesty and guilt cannot be stopped by a condom.
Another thing that can't be stopped by condoms is confusing sentence structure.
You'd be
Condoms are
surprised.
pretty much worthless.
What-
Sounds like.
What else is somehow described in your movie with actions? I don't understand how the actions in the movie. Okay, what else happens in the movie?
A man caught by his wife cheating on him shows up in a divorce court and reminds viewers that if you're caught in the act, the damage it will do to you cannot be stopped by a condom. A NASCAR driver tells the audiences that the car having an airbag is no excuse to drive like an idiot. Therefore, why use a thin sheet of latex as an excuse to copulate like one?
To
That's why I
operate like a
removed my
NASCAR
airbag.
car. To-
How would a NASCAR driver even say that? That's too complicated.
Well, he'd slur it a lot.
Yeah.
Kind of mumble.
Therefore,
down.
when you put the plastic bag on your dingaling, don't fuzzle look all up in the
Jesus.
bad way.
In a Chick-fil-A jacket.
Yep. Praise America, Jesus.
This is followed up by an insurance salesman who takes the sex industry's own statistics and throws those statistics right back at them.
in a very physical way.
It's a USB stick.
Porn companies are always producing
I
statistics.
thought it was burned to a CD-ROM. It's-
He points out that assuming the 99% effective rating they give is accurate, which it isn't. That means
So
more than 100,000 or more customers per year in the United States alone
Or more.
are potentially being cheated by product defects. And in the game of recreational sex, product
I win.
defects can mean death.
Oh, Jesus. I
Maybe
literally-
before we have sex, I gotta tell you, if this condom breaks, my sperm is radioactive.
Yeah.
You're gonna get super vagina.
A
It's just gonna
a
happen.
casino operator also mocks the statistics, comparing recreational sex to Russian roulette.
Which they play at casinos.
They play
I
it.
was just gonna
They
say.
play it at his casino.
We need someone real trustworthy for our sex PSA. I know, a roulette dealer.
A Russian roulette dealer. It's not actually.
Did he
yeah,
mow? Did he mow?
An off-screen narrator gets right to the point. No condom can protect you from yourself.
I then proceeded to punch myself for a long time.
Text on the screen dissolves in, reading self-control, while a girl off camera with a black accent
You
proclaims
mean a purple pen accent?
a purple
Whoa.
pen accent
Whoa.
Yeah.
proclaims it's priceless.
I bet it didn't sound like that.
The scenery shows a used condom lying next to a tombstone. In fine print, the ad attributes its sponsors, saying that they provided the ad to encourage healthy living.
So did someone have sex in a graveyard? Or...
What was the reception like for your films? There. By the way, there's two films. There's this one, and then there's one called Living Hell, which is basically the same thing. It's just more Hell House. But anyway, what was the reception for this?
Reactions were about as predicted as they would be.
Oh.
I kind of want to leave it like that, but I guess I'll continue.
That's a good impulse, but you shouldn't.
It's like the sentence is eating itself.
students who have been involved in more politically correct ads were visibly uncomfortable with the existence of this ad script campaign. The one submitted for Clayton's class got the most strong reaction, with Clayton himself showing concern that the tombstone was a bit cheesy and over the top. The second ad didn't cause quite as much of a scene. Part of this had to do with the fact that nearly every ideology imaginable was in COM 358 in the spring of 2009, whereas a few too many students in the fall of 2008 in TV production writing class were in die in the wool liberal. Is that a real term?
Hey, can we seriously go back to Living Hell for just a moment? I want you to read the first two sentences, just on their own, and stop right there.
Okay.
And I want you to know that I don't think this describes Dozerfleet founder himself, of course.
Okay.
But please.
Okay. Good. A boy and his girlfriend, in silence, staring each other awkwardly for a few minutes. The boy is obviously suffering from some disease.
And see. And see. Thank you.
Why are you laughing?
We're not.
It was a sex disease.
Yeah,
Actually, you know what? Keep going, because there's some good science in this.
He tells his girl that she ruined him. She counters that they used a condom. He then points out her infected legs as the source of his warts, indicating that the condom didn't shield all the infected areas.
He fucked her legs.
Shit. So first of all, she has genital warts on her thighs.
Yes.
I believe they're all mixed up. Those are actually your tits. Those are nipples.
So, I mean...
We had you upside down this whole time. I was speaking of your vagina.
He's suffering from some sort of disease because he totally failed to notice her completely warty legs before he stuck it in. Like, oh well, I got a condom. I guess I'm okay.
Okay, fuck. Okay, there's songs that we'll need to sing. But I think before we get into the songs, let's find out what Dozerfleet did in 1999. And we know that because there's a section called What's Hot This Year, 1999.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So this page is impossibly laid out. It is fucking really difficult to read anything. But what's important is that every blog item is color-coded for relevance. So, for example, Mutt Matley's debut is tagged important. And so on the scale of trivial to, I don't know, the other thing, this is in the middle.
Yeah, it's like the Homeland Security Advisory System of nostalgia.
Except all of them mean run away.
ACR, if you'll tell me about Mutt Mackley's debut, please.
Oh, of course. The Dozer founder possessed an R. Dakin & Co. hand puppet dog for many years, but didn't really have much in the way of a use for it. He finally got...
Shit!
No.
Oh, no, I know where this is gonna go, and it's around his balls.
Well...
You don't know that.
Let's see. Let's wait. I don't know. He finally got the idea to give it a loud, low bass, grovely voice, modeled after Typhus from Big Bad Beetleborgs. The junkyard dog's name became Mutt Mackley, and would later become the main character of a TV show idea that would be dubbed The Mutt Mackley Show.
Oh, would be dubbed.
So far, no balls.
I don't know why this is written in future tense, but whatever.
Dozerfleet history relevance important. It's rated cyan. Mackley's video debut was for a speech that the Dozerfleet founder delivered for Jan Macy's speech class. However, he formatted it like a news broadcast that would only work if the illusion could be maintained that Mackley was a co-reporter.
Sure. How dumb is the rest of your class?
Additional cameras, a central recording area, and a video switcher would have caught audience reactions and made the experience that much more fun to watch. Instead, the camera lady chose to only set up one camera, a 3/4 turn angle, at which the speaker would have to address an off-screen audience while filling up the frame in camera right, stage left.
Mom, come on, Mom, can you just hold it? Mom!
Believability of the scene, Mutt Mackley, you motherfucker!
Not only did this violate the rule of thirds, it also destroyed the illusion as all of Mackley's puppetry movements were betrayed to the camera.
Unforgivable.
An embarrassing debut, but it was a debut for the character all the same.
Nowhere to go but up. I mean,
Mackley is just
straight.
impossible to work with. One of the least professional people I've ever worked with.
And the rest is history.
Guys, I want to tell you about a canoe trip to remember. In the Dozerfleet history, this is relevance of notable. This is notable, Blue. Much like the Chicago trip of a few months prior, this trip inspired much adrenaline in the Dozerfleet founder, leading to the poor sleep the night before. The canoe trip, however, was just a warm-up to the events of Camp Waterloo that would immediately follow. Never much a fan of the outdoors. Surprise. He'd get more than plenty of his fill of it. However, Carly would be there, and that seemed like it would make it worthwhile to deal with all that undesired outdoors time.
I'm so psyched about this canoe trip. It's in the water?
The canoe trip was a long, uncomfortable bus ride up to a lengthy creek. As much as the Dozerfleet founder would have loved to share a boat with Carly, and I'm sure she would love it too, so the two could use the opportunity to get to know each other better, it was not meant to be.
So he doesn't know Carly, and she's featured in all of these?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Lucky Carly.
Mr. Kolnick wound up being his canoe partner. Colleen would get to share the boat with Jesse McKing. And while the two of them normally got along quite well, canoe complications are enough to strain almost any type of relationship.
My first 3 marriages all went to shit because of canoes.
Oh my God!
Canoe
My parents broke up over a J-stroke.
By contrast to their bickering and getting turned around, the Dozerfleet founder and Mr. Kolonich had almost complete smooth sailing the entire trip. Now here's a photo of Anna, Carly, Josh, Steve, and Kara enjoying their lunches. It is blurry and you can't make anything out.
Not seen, belonging.
Obsessed with Carly and unable to think of much else, the Dozerfleet founder worried about the possibility of their future together. A future that he wanted, but suspected very much was doomed. The gloomy thoughts were amplified by a song that was stuck in his head at the time, Back to Good by Matchbox 20.
Oh, yes. That song was about canoes, wasn't it?
Had he more of his own money to spend, he would have liked to spend it to make the time even more enjoyable. His favorite moment, however, was below. Carly sat in a bench designed like the back of an old-style car, drinking a strawberry milkshake. All she lacked was the costume to fit the time period.
What?
Milkshake time.
Yeah.
You're not wearing your milkshake hat.
You're right. I'm not.
He couldn't get over how cute she looked in the resulting photo. Which,
Maybe it's time to get over it. Maybe. Maybe now. Now you can get over it.
He couldn't get over it.
He needs to.
Hey, she was wearing her lucky number 22 shirt that morning.
Oh, that's prophetic. Yeah.
Ironically,
She sure was
22 came to mean bad luck in stationary Voyagers, as it was the difference between 86 for ideals and 64 for unpleasant realities.
Yeah, that's irony.
That's why she wore it.
My story's not done yet.
Oh.
I'm really glad.
As the end of school neared, she felt she needed to get it off her chest. Carly informed the Dozerfleet founder that she would not be returning to SML for the fall of 1999. I think that's the school. After all they'd been through together, it shocked him that this would be it. In the days before Comcast Xfinity high-speed internet at the Grand Ledge House, there was only the 1995 purchased Compact Presario. It had dial-up and ran old-school CompuServe. That was pretty much it as far as internet access. Carly didn't really have much in the way of web access either. There was no Facebook or MySpace or Pinterest or Google+. Cell phones were not ubiquitous. Long-distance landlines were a fortune. Though she was only 14-some miles away, she might as well have been moving to the moon. So, It was the lack of social networks that caused them to drift apart.
Yes, the dark ages before Pinterest.
Yeah, I'm moving away. Oh, really? Where? Just away. Way further than you could think of.
The moon.
Yeah, the moon.
Whatever.
Space. I'm dead. Yeah.
Did you know that your shirt is unlucky?
I'm still dead. I can't hear you.
In my TV show, whores get murdered when they wear that shirt.
Yeah, I'm calling the cops.
You don't need to call the cops. I'll protect you.
Okay. Of course.
I've got these pens.
Carly would enroll at Holt High School, attending the building that later became the Holt Junior High. That's great. Good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you are painting a picture here.
She was viewed at the time of one of the greatest things that has ever happened to him. Him, of course, third person. And yet, she was about to completely disappear as if she were nothing. No. He remembered a time when the math teacher, Mr. Burke, had chewed her out over something that was trivial. When the Dozerfleet founder asked her for an explanation of why this was happening to her and why all of the teachers treated her like dirt, her only response was, "Because my name is Carly."
Oh, she's retarded too. Okay. Great.
Carly!
How dare you have that name again?
Sit in the trash can! Because your name is Carly. She had no other response. It wasn't just fate. The Dozerfleet founder felt as though the faculty was actively trying to sabotage his relationship before it even officially started. The two's first in-lab at-school project together. Oh, it's weird how everyone's conspiring to make this relationship work.
Yeah.
There was no way to do without fish parts getting... What the fuck? I skipped a sentence and all of a sudden they were...
I kind of like it better. Skip sentence.
No,
Holy
don't you dare
shit.
explain this one. Don't you dare. Keep going. Keep going. Straight ahead.
Oh, sure. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to skip one sentence.
Yep.
There was no way to do it. Oh, my God.
No way to do what?
Oh, God, there was...
Okay, hang on. Holy shit. Okay. So I'm skipping one sentence.
Right.
There was no way to do it without fish parts getting everywhere, including on Carly's face.
Another thing condoms won't protect against.
The fish that the two were assigned to take apart had a skull that was particularly resistant to penetration.
Believe me, I tried.
And its
Carly
brains
wasn't
were all
impressed.
a scrambled mess anyway.
After I fucked it for 2 days.
Please, those brains were a scrambled mess before I got his brain. It's the skull open. They were like that already. You gave me one of them scrambled fish brain fishes.
He knew that with Carly's attitude toward the teachers being what it was, she was past any point of having patience with that school or trying to make anything work out. She had to leave for the sake of her own sanity. A conversation with me, I assume. She wanted a fresh start and a clean slate and to wipe away all the grief she had gotten from anyone at that school. The Dozerfleet founder knew all too well that everyone else assumed the worst about her all the time and they were never willing to give her a chance, and not knowing what else to do. If only she had a white knight in her life. She developed a bad attitude towards them, thus playing right into their hands and turning things into a self-fulfilling prophecy. Kenny McCullough went so far as one point to tell the Dozerfleet founder that Carly, quote, isn't good for more than maybe a one-night stand.
Oh, no.
In her mind, a fresh start at Holt High was the only escape. Due to Dozerfleet founders' family's many personal grievances with the public education system. Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
yeah.
Wow, that is a deep sentence right there. He decided to stick it out at SML, even though he knew it wouldn't be the same without her. He was devastated, but he knew he had to carry on. He gotten by for 15 years without needing her. Why should 1 year with her change all of that? But AC, are you going to turn the story around?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Well,
You are.
come on. Oh, yeah. All right. Never one to readily accept defeat, the Dozerfleet founder set to work keeping touch with the woman who had completely captured his imagination the only way he knew how at the time. Snail mail.
Whoa!
Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun.
Yeah, I don't get like snail mail where I'm going. Yeah, I don't get mail. I can't read either, and I'm allergic to paper.
Well, that's a problem because you said you're not allowed to talk to me in person.
Yeah,
But,
I'm allergic to air.
If you're writing all those letters, if you write enough of them, it's like the same cost as, buying cigarettes.
You can't write letters. Think of all the abuse you'll be doing to those poor pens.
Somewhere between June 7th and July 17th, the Dozerfleet founder set to work developing a newsletter that would keep her informed of everything happening in his life.
Oh, no.
I'm allergic to news.
Well, that's good because none of that is actually happening either. Borrowing the inspiration for its name from a home improvement episode, Yo Splaz was born.
Good
Now,
God!
I know you're curious
change my
about.
name.
I know you're very curious about the origins of this title, so I'm going to explain to you.
Oh, yeah, very much.
Yeah, the splaz part came from the fact that Carly was described as having slaz, but also had the nickname Spaz.
Why do you say spaz and slaz all the time whenever I'm around?
Now, the portmanteau splaz was coined just for her to give her the best of both.
Why do you think that's better?
When there was nothing better to talk about, headlines would mention such things as what the dog tried to eat recently.
Hey, I'd like to skip forward in this part of the story.
Great.
There's an
Good.
article I posted
Terrific.
here. Just read the section titled "Cancellation."
No, you better not fucking read cancellation without reading
History?
the history. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're reading that fucking history. That's what you're doing.
Who's reading that fucking history?
Frank West, tell me about the
Okay.
history of Yo Splaz.
Well, most bi-weekly issues of the newsletter were written using Microsoft Publisher 2000 and documented various events in the founder's life while waiting for her to respond.
And then what?
Most of the time, she didn't.
No.
The other time she really didn't.
Responses were often generic and did more to not say what was going on over on her end than to actually say anything.
Then she...
I sent him a lot of blank pieces of paper. Just...
So wait a sec.
Here's my newsletter. It's called Take a Fucking Hint.
Well, so it's like he's sending her a newsletter in which he regales her with stories about what the dog's eating, and then she sends back trivial stuff back, and he's upset by this.
This isn't hard news. This is
We have to
bullshit.
understand what he's
This is
interested
fluff
in is stuff
pieces.
about him. She should have sent him back information about him.
About him, yeah. Tell me more about the history of Yo Splaz.
Common features included talking about personal and school projects,
Great.
documenting political issues of the time,
Great.
and documenting things family members were up to.
So
Whenever
even
the
a fit-
family dog would do something bizarre, this too was often included in the newsletter.
Congratulations!
Something bizarre, like does your taxes, or he drives a car, or...
Dog eats tomatoes or
Oh,
dog
okay.
eats cucumbers were sometimes featured.
We're sometimes
More than
plural.
once.
Dog eats food. I see. That is amazing.
It was, in essence, a series of love letters, scantily clad as a semi-professional newsletter.
It's
Well, yeah, no, nothing gets bitches hot like dog eats tomatoes.
Maybe it was a love letter to his dog.
Dear Carly, how do I love thee? Let me count all the ways my dog eats things that aren't appropriate.
Issues were sent in a custom-designed envelope, emphasis on issues, and mailed to her house in Holt. It is unknown how many of the issues were actually read, as she began to ignore the letters by late 2000.
Yeah, I ignored them the whole time.
She began to ignore the letters by late 2000, discontinued in, 2000! Oh, the same year. Surprising. I assumed you'd have at least 8 years in that.
My mom
Holy
made me write
fuck.
to you.
All right, well, tell me about the cancellation of Yo Splaz.
When it was discovered that she was no longer even reading the letters, all publication of them was Wait, how did he find out?
Yeah, what
Did
the...
he...
I sent you a letter saying stop doing
Put
this
a
shit.
spy camera in the header.
All letters she had sent were thrown away.
Sure.
Evidence of her apathy were made clear when she could not recall a previous issue documenting the start of Stationary Voyagers as a project.
Yeah,
Oh
the pen project, the one about pens. You seriously did not read that whole thing. Who was your favorite character? You don't even know who your favorite character was. Oh my god.
She also showed no sympathy whatsoever for the founder having had to get stitches, and showed no concern over several dozen other things.
So she was lacking in empathy for others? Well, I know why you two couldn't get along then.
Aw.
The founder continued unbroken-hearted, but still with a soft spot for her, until meeting Emily in 2001.
Oh,
That
no,
relationship
run, Emily!
was also
Run,
doomed.
Emily!
Dozens of prospects in college that went nowhere later, the founder soon became a very lonely college graduate in January of 2011.
Became.
Relief from that came in May, upon meeting a woman from the Philippines who was a little more open to what she was getting into than any of the American, Korean, whatever women he met in college were.
Huh?
They're all anime characters.
A window of possible redemption finally opened up.
Ooh, redemption for this chick. I mean, she was lost without him.
Well, speaking of redemption for this chick, in July of 2011, Carly herself apologized in a Facebook message for her behavior a decade earlier, stating, "There are many things from the past about which I am not proud, and I am happy to say I am not that girl anymore."
Distancing myself from you was not one of them, you fucking freak!
I'm not proud that I ever spoke to you, but today I'm stronger.
It's important she didn't specify who that was aimed at.
So development, the section on development, of course, comes after the section on cancellation, because chronologically that makes sense. Will you just take the second paragraph of the development of Yosplaz?
Yes, I will.
Just so you can tell me what you've learned from this whole thing.
Well, the newsletter worked for about a year to serve as a bridge to keep the two together, but she grew increasingly interested in new horizons, even as the Dozerfleet founder grew increasingly stubborn about proving he could be faithful to her, even in the midst of a student body that was encouraging a be-a-player mentality.
But he wasn't going to go for that.
It became as much a need to prove a moral point as it was an inability to let go. And I think we all learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah, we really
Except
did.
for the Dozerfleet founder, who I don't think learned a valuable lesson.
Rather than read you any of his Scarlet Letter, I'm just going to read a little bit of his James Bond knockoff. Back at the lair, the USB drives the contents are analyzed. Tiffany and Vince discover that Felix is capturing ideological opponents and threatening to lick them and give them HIV if they don't give them what information.
Shit, man.
That's how my brother died.
You know what would foil that man's plot? A condom.
A dental dam.
I'll lick you and give you HIV. Okay. Go ahead. And then you let me go, right? Because I'll have HIV? Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll do that.
They also discover that several others knew who would be for being dealt with. Women are decapitated while men are eviscerated.
At the same time?
Yeah, they have
That's
to watch
some
each other.
coordination.
Wait a sec.
Split
Was that
screen.
was that him rewriting "Men are from Mars and Women are from Venus" or whatever?
It's
And their
another song
organs-
parody.
And their organs are harvested on the black market. Kickbacks of the money ends up going to the Democrat PAC campaigns.
Wait.
Yes.
So it's selling it on the black market, but then there's kickbacks. So, like,
Yeah, up until then it was on the up and up. But
okay, I got
they're
you.
going to launder it through McDonald's.
Navy Rope and Tiffany decide that since most of the company has already elected not to believe the story, exposing it will do no good. They instead decide to sabotage the operation. However, they carry on with the mission. Tiffany uses her street smarts to learn where the storage center is.
It's Tiffany.
Ooh, I think I know what race Tiffany is.
I was gonna say, yeah, Tiffany is a purple pen, isn't she?
Then breaks in with Navy Rope. They discover hundreds of decapitated bodies being kept alive on special machines and lab tables so as to keep the organs fresh and harvest ready. There was a
You could have just kept the heads on, man.
wasn't there a movie that came out about in Pakistan about Jews that were killing babies and selling their organs to lesbians or something? I don't know.
Well, that's
Anyway.
practically every movie, though, isn't it?
I was just going to say, this is pretty much
especially
game
the
change,
porn.
that one book.
I
about Pele,
don't. I gotta say, I don't know how I would formulate that Google search query though.
I just want
Just Vin Diesel.
I want to interject in here to just give you a little piece of Garosha trivia.
Yeah.
Vince Fenton is highly resistant to HIV, having the Kron resistance. This makes him nearly immune to Clarence Felix's signature weapon, the Death Lick. In turn, why are you laughing?
Oh, because it's funny.
Oh, okay. I'm glad I wrote it then. I'm glad this man, who is the person of this website, wrote it. This makes him the Garosha universe superhero with the most mundane superpower.
Of course. Well, back to the story at hand, though. Mandy helps Tiffany disguise herself and hide her Navy rope gear while getting Vince to a hospital. However, Robert makes good on his threat. His foolish demand of a reward, however, results in Felix stabbing him with a syringe and then licking the wound.
Oh,
With his Death Lick.
man. So he healed and killed. All right.
Oh, I've just been stabbed. That's no problem. I've been stabbed before. What the fuck? Oh, no!
Oh my god. Oh, wait. Okay, scroll down on the page you're on, Lemon.
Yeah.
To Clarence Felix.
Clarence.
And just read, in about the middle of that, he has Clarence Felix catchphrase.
Clarence Felix.
It starts with the word welcome and ellipses. Here, I'll just... Clarence Felix is an HIV positive, racial militant gay activist who gets recruited into the FPV's Oklahoma division, blah, blah, blah. Sure. He is also known for licking his victims, like a cat, as a way of threatening them, often taunting them by afterwards whispering to them, "Welcome to the world of AIDS."
Jesus. Is it native AIDS?
Can you try that again with a ringmaster approach? Welcome.
Actually, okay, I can do that. Often taunting them by afterwards whispering to them, "Welcome to the world of AIDS."
See, I was thinking more along the lines of "Welcome to Jurassic Park."
That's a good line too. Yeah.
Welcome to the world of AIDS. Can I jump to one of his political ads that was more recently produced?
Before... sure, yeah. I don't see why not.
We're gonna be
If
here
somebody
all
wants
night.
to look up, wait, no, I can actually learn to copy and paste.
Oh, really, Lena?
Yep.
Oh, really, Lena?
Yep. Oh, Really, Lena is a political ad made by Dozerfleet TV for the 2012 elections. It is a response to the infamous Lena Dunham ad, Your First Time, which tries to win voters by adding a creepy sexual innuendo to the process of voting. Yeah, there's nothing... there's nothing creepy about sex.
Yep.
The response ad opens up by establishing a drinking analogy. From there, it analyzes voting for either candidate as the difference between two drinking buddies. It points out that while Romney may not make much for a drinking buddy, at least your drink will be safe. He wouldn't let you have a drink.
What?
By contrast, it argues, having Obama for a drinking buddy, and this is well established by facts, will result in you passing out from your drink, waking up in a gutter somewhere sometime later, and wondering who stole your kidney. It goes on... Wait.
Why does drinking with Obama affect my alcohol tolerance?
Also, kidneys got pissed out. It goes on to accuse Lena of having fried her brain on birth control drugs. 'Cause that's how that shit works.
Wow.
That's right. We found somebody dumber about human sexuality and birth control than Rush Limbaugh.
Holy shit!
No,
Holy shit! You are the leader of the next generation, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
She was strung out on birth control drugs and Altoids.
Wait.
Too
Pointing
close
out
to
that many-
Obama's secret kidney stealing ring.
True. Pointing out that many businesses have had to go bankrupt in order to sponsor her forced birth control agenda. How many businesses did she bankrupt by fucking?
All of them.
Oh, okay.
Is that Lena Dunham? Shit! Close the window!
What do I need?
And there we go! Round about an hour of... Ooh, boy, that's a lot of wiki.
Yeah.
Wait. Hey,
Okay.
I'll do it again.
Sure.
And there we go, round about an hour of That's a Spicy Wikipedia.
You.
Boots, what'd you learn this week?
I learned a lot of nonsense. I learned like 1,300 pages of nonsense.
Yeah. Even though we didn't read all of those pages.
No, but I felt
we still sort of like osmocized them.
Yeah, I feel like I've taken them in. Like, you know, I know about, even though we didn't read it, I know about Lumbrelli Labs, Pillbug, Robotic Avatar, Module 2, Feminine and Pink, nicknamed Strawberry.
Yeah, this was a challenge to read. I mean, obviously, like, you can look at this fucking hideous website and you go, okay, clearly that's F+ material, and you're right, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got so much. It's kind of Conservapedia. It's kind of like Nintendo Fan Wiki. It's got like a lot of like elements, but like it's so fucking dense.
Yeah, when it's got its own continuum, and then there's like the, you know, the live journal stuff in there too, and like the entire history of the guy.
It's I mean, we recorded to do this one. We recorded longer than we usually do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've gotten our recordings down to a pretty good, you know, like lean, maybe like hour and a half, and only cutting out about 20 minutes or so an episode. That is not the case here. We went very long, and then I took it upon myself to just go into the recording with a hatchet and just try to get this thing close to an hour.
Yeah, that recording was about as much of a mess as this website is.
Our thanks to both of the people that submitted this. I got two different documents here. One is from Cheapskate, and the other's from Matt. So thank you very much for submitting. And of course, if you want to submit something, you can go to thefpl.us, where we're taking your submissions, and we have a maintained spreadsheet of all of the submissions that we have and that we don't have, so you can know how to get in there.
Yeah, and if you want to help pad out content on a website, come to Ball Pit. That's BALLP.IT.
What should I talk about on Ball Pit?
Talk about your favorite characters that you've made in not SimCity, The Sims.
Sure.
You can talk about, you know, girls that were sort of like friendly to you in high school.
Mm-hmm. Or just, you know, the gay crusade against American family values.
Yeah, that's
always a solid topic. Thanks very much for listening, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Good night. And goodbye. Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to give you a brief history of how World War II started, because you probably have a theory, but it's wrong. After the Marquis de Sade was executed...
Okay, well, it's history.
All right.
And this is technically correct, so I'm still with you.
That thing happened in the past.
His disciples decided to employ his propaganda. Anyone who opposed their barbaric cruelty toward their murder and rape victims was accused of being an irrational bigot for opposing brutal rape and murder. These followers of de Sade, the Sadians, became the origin of the term sadism and sadistic. The original Sadians eventually moved from France to Germany and became the Nazi Party.